Peace. Welcome back to the channel. That sounds so lame, but it is what it is. I do want to show pleasantries to welcome back or to introduce new viewers, new subscribers. So that is the pleasantries, even though it sounds lame. So this build is to go over weight loss, in particular fat loss. Also, how I stay shredded year round. Let me first say this, and this probably is the most critical component of staying shredded year round and of this video, is that I have conditioned my body to be shredded for fat loss. Right? It's no gimmicks, no bells, no whistles. I'm not trying to sell you on no nonsense. That is the absolute truth. I have been working out since 1993. You do the math. My physical composition is conditioned to lose fat, to do athletic training, all the above. Now, the caveat is not to say that you can't achieve similar or better results. So you can. I just first want to preference that, is that for me, it isn't as hard as if somebody's just getting into the whole fat loss, trying to get a six-pack aesthetics, trying to get into that arena, right? So with that preference, so it's basic, right? The techniques, the methods that you use to get to the fat loss, and I keep seeing fat loss, right? It's not necessarily weight loss. You want to lose fat. You can lose some water weight, you can gain some water weight. That's the difference between losing fat. And I'm not talking about bodybuilding. Your average person that's losing fat, want to look fit, feel energetic. That's different between a professional bodybuilder, an amateur bodybuilder, somebody that's a natural bodybuilder, or somebody that's using some type of steroid bodybuilder. That whole bodybuilder phase aspect is not what I'm talking about. That's a sport. That's somebody's profession, somebody's dream. That's totally different between your average weekend warriors that want to be fit and look pleasing and feel energetic and just have a lively lifestyle, right? It's two different things. So I'm speaking about fat loss. Fat loss gives you the aesthetics, gives you the six-pack, gives you the sculpt shoulders, the sculpt chest, the quads that stand out, right? That's totally different. So, and I will also point out that I'm going to reiterate a lot of points that's already all over the internet. I'm absolutely not trying to sell you on some BS, or if I'm going to reinvent the wheel. It's a human body. It is your organs, your muscles, right? Your cellular structure, right? That's all it is, right? So you can't reinvent. It is what it is, right? We all lose weight, we all lose fat, we all gain muscle, primarily all the same. So what I'm going to say is just going to be a reiteration, a regurgitation, if you will, of what's already all prevalent all over the internet. The point is that which message resonates with you the most, right? I'm not about to do no crazy push-ups. I'm not finna jump through no flaming hoops. I'm not going to act like a clown. None of that BS, because that is not how I got to where I am, right? with my physique. So I wouldn't even try to be something that I'm not. So we know that the diet, what you eat, is a huge part, right? You know, the old cliche, abs is made in the kitchen, right? Not in the gym. Yeah, it's true, right? Okay, we can do that, right? Because you can't outwork a bad diet, right? It's not gonna happen. You're not going to outwork a bad diet. Now you can be on an excellent diet and lose fat, right? That's the vice versa. You can be on an excellent diet and lose fat without even working out. You also can be working out like crazy and still look fat. Even though you will gain some physical strength and you will like start sculpting. But if you fat, you know, you won't have a six pack. You'll just have a real solid keg, right? You just have a solid ass midsection with a bunch of fat on it. So what we want to do, we want to lose fat. So calorie in, calories out, right? We know that. But the caveat will be once you start paying attention to the calories, and I'm not even big on counting calories, because again, once you start counting calories, you're moving into the bodybuilding sphere, right? You're moving into the bodybuilding cipher off of how you lose weight, and a lot of that calorie counting isn't sustainable. We want to make sure what we are trying to do, the methods that we are taking, are sustainable. So, however, you have to get yourself to a level to where you can visually see something and know whether or not it's going to cost you in terms of the calories or it's not. And so my method is looking at the processed foods. If it's processed, it's almost a guaranteed chance that it's high in calories. Now, of course, you can get a protein bar, it's processed, 200 calories, you know, the fake fats, high in protein. It's going to always be some caveats to what I'm saying. So don't take what I'm saying and then try to prove me wrong on a bunch of nuances. It's going to always be caveats. So once you get to the point to where, like, you already know, right? We know instinctively, if we go to McDonald's, we go to Pizza Hut, we already know we're going to accumulate a lot of calories, right? You already know that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to have some type of visuals off of what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating. And you know the whole foods, right, from the earth, things that's natural, right? Those are the foods you should be eating. And once you start eating those whole foods, you will instinctively start to feel more full, opposed to eating processed bullshit foods to where you just need to eat, and eat, right? And then you need to drink water, right? You need to drink more liquids, right? Because you need to, sometimes you are just dehydrated and so you feel thirsty. So you dehydrated and so you feel hungry and then you just eat, but you're really not freaking hungry. You're really just dehydrated. So you need to drink some water, right? So you have to get accustomed with being able to see the foods, what you should eat, what you already know, right? It's a lack of discipline. You just lack the discipline. And then stop waiting so long to eat, right? To where then you just binge eat, and when you just stop and eat a bunch of bullshit, right? So you can't just you can't just fast for 10 hours and then just eat crazy. Because you could just sit down and eat a whole pizza and get like 3,500 calories in. 3,500 calories on some straight bullshit. Right, to where you really need to be eating 2,000 calories for the day, right? If 2,000 calories for the day, then you eat a pizza is 3,500 or 4,000 calories. You didn't double your intake, so you didn't double the love handles for the day, right? So that is the method that I take. I fast. That's what I do. I fast. So right now, as of that thumbnail that you seen the beginning of the video, I've been fasting for 20 to 24 hours every day for the past 5.5 weeks. That is extreme to most people, right? I don't advocate that. unless you build yourself up to the point to where you're able to fast, because you don't know how you're going to feel, whether you're going to be lethargic, whether you're going to have migraine, whether you're going to feel like you don't have no strength. I don't feel none of that. I've been fasting as a whole for 6 or 7 years already. So whether or not I'm fasting for 10 hours, I'm fasting for 24 hours, my body is already accustomed to fasting, right? I'm accustomed to fasting already. So it's easier for me to get to the point to where I'm fasting like I've been for the past 5.5 weeks than somebody that's just trying to get there. So I fast under the 1 meal a day. I'm basically eating 1 meal a day. And it's about 75, 25, 75% healthy, 25% whatever I want to eat, all within, I eat probably within an hour. And it's still just 1 meal though, but I'm just eating within that hour. And I've lost up to now 8 pounds, right? I've lost 8 pounds. So I wanted to lose about 10 pounds, but I wanted to do it but at a slow pace, not in a rush, because I kind of want to actually stay there when I get there, kind of in the low 170s. I want to just stay there. I feel absolutely phenomenal. I feel great. I really like the way I look. So that's for me though, right? And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, is that it's easier for me to get to these goals because I've been doing this for so long and I already know my body. So, right. So let me stay on track. Let me systematically stay on track, because I'll just start jumping all over the board. So we got to know the diet, what we're eating. We don't want to count calories. It's too strenuous. And if it's not sustainable, don't even try to do it. I'll make another video about counting calories, but I don't advise counting calories to the average person that just want to tone and look good. So we want to know that processed foods, sugars, a lot of food that's cooked in grease, right? It's all high calories. It clogs our arteries. It's typically not good for us. So one of the easiest ways to determine whether you should eat it or not is whether it's good for you or it's bad for you. Simple. Use that methodology. It's good for you, it's bad for you. And I do advocate some type of fast, right? I don't want to hear nothing about no, I got to eat breakfast. It's up to you whether you want to or not. You have to have some type of system to where you're eating to lose fat, right? I'm going to repeat that. You have to have some system to lose fat. Whether you want to eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whether you want to eat 2 big meals a day, doesn't matter. You need a system, right? And I don't want to hear nothing about no cheat meals, because you have to have discipline to get here. If you're thinking about a cheat meal, maybe it's not sustainable for you, right? If you need to have a muffin, then throw a muffin in it. But don't look at it like you need a cheat meal, like I need a cheat meal. If you need to have a burger, have a burger, right? And your expectations should be 6 months, right? You should have a 6-month expectation. Typically losing a pound a week. We don't want to rush into it. Don't rush. Because then you want it to be sustainable. You want it to be a way of life. Don't rush. You want to sustain the weight loss, the fat loss. So don't rush. 1 pound less a week over 6 months. And if you get to 3 or 4 months and you like the way you look, then just use maintenance. So that's the food aspect. You have to work out. You absolutely have to work out. So walking is real big, right? So now the research, the science says that walking is absolutely fabulous and you need to do it, right? But we already know walking has been good. We've been seeing older people walk for many, many moons already. Old people have been walking forever. It's a reason why they walk. And what I mean walk, I mean in the mornings you see them walking. They're walking around tracks, right? They're doing like little mini hikes. It's a reason, because it's a level of exercise. It's a low impact exercise, and it works to burn fat. So you need to structure a fitness routine. Don't need to be crazy. It absolutely don't need to be crazy. Maybe you need to work out twice a week and get 2 or 3 walking sessions in. You know, park your car at the end of Target, at the end of Walmart, and walk up to the front, right? Walk around your block. You must implement some form of discipline to get to where you want to get to. Without the discipline, you're just not going to get there. Don't wait for the doctor to tell you that you need to do X, Y, and Z. And even if the doctor is telling you this now, working out, having a diet is going to benefit whatever ailment, whatever health issues that you having. So you must work out. You must walk. Don't need to be crazy. Don't let the internet gas you into thinking that you need to be some super athlete. You absolutely don't. Everything on the internet is magnified to be top elite. You don't need to be top elite. Just a regular workout. Basic exercises. Add in some walking. And that walking exercises with a steady whole diet, guaranteed over 6 months you are going to lose weight. And the third component would be, which is the actual first component, is the mindset. That's where the discipline comes in at. You must implement the mindset to lose weight, to fat loss, right? I keep saying lose weight. I'm so used to saying lose weight. It's the fat loss. You want to recondition your mindset. You want to recondition your mindset to live a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. Now, that don't mean eating bird food. That don't mean eating rabbit food and you being a vegan and you can't have a drink or you can't have that slice of peach cobbler. It's not that, right? And then you go into the extreme. You see, you go to the extreme when you're working out. You want to be some elite Instagram model. And then you go into the extreme as, you know, with these million views videos on this new diet, and you don't drink no more, you don't smoke, and you never drinking a Coke again. No, it the balance, right? We're not comparing ourselves to anybody on these fugazi ass platforms. We're taking back what's useful, discarding the rest, right? And we're making it relevant to my individual lifestyle. And we're always looking to progress, right? We're looking to move forward to better ourselves. So that's where the mindset needs to come in at. You have to have the mindset to where you want to look better, you want to live better, you want to feel better, and you want it to be sustainable. You want to be able to go out and everybody is eating pizza, so on and so forth. And you want to be able to get the carrots and the celery, you know, and just ask them, you know what, and let me have a plain baked potato, right? And you don't feel a certain type of way because everybody is having pizza and hot wings. So maybe you'll have a slice of pizza the next time y'all go out. That's cool. But it's the mindset. It's the discipline that you must lock in. So really, that's the 3 points that I've been using since 93, right? 1993. And that is how I've conditioned my body to stay ripped, to stay shredded, right? To be able to lose weight kind of at will when I want to, right? To lose fat. Like I said, right now, I'm being on this 20 to 24 hour fast since 5.5 weeks ago. And it's working. You know, maybe I'm gonna lose another 3 or 4 pounds. Depends on how I feel in terms of the visual. I feel absolutely phenomenal, but I don't want to be all shriveled up and looking like a skeleton around this joint, right? So, but again, it's all preference. That's the video. Definitely know I provide value up in these videos. Give me a like, leave a comment, share with somebody. This is just a real, raw, authentic video. And definitely got some links below to the Patreon that goes in depth about life in general, coaching, how I got to where corporate, working out, more in-depth details about me. I got some links on to my fitness app if you want to indulge in that. Some basic workouts, things that you can follow. That's there. Instagram is linked. Now we're gonna just run it up, man. I'm gonna be super authentic. Man, I got me some coffee, Batman cup. And the smoke is smoking. I got this incense burning, right? So we doing it up like that, man. We keeping the high vibrations and we high frequency. We're gonna be positive, always looking to better ourselves. And that's the video, man. Peace.